pencil with y'all. So whatever I say, y'all should note it down. Okay. So y'all can use the textbook to mark the important stuffs which I say, like the techniques, the other meanings for the words. Y'all can use a pencil in your textbook, and y'all can do it. So let's start. The Clown's Wife by Johnson Agard. First of all, I'll read the whole poem and then I'll come line by line. The Clown's Wife by Johnson Agard. About my husband, the clown, what could I say? On stage, he's a different person. Up there, he's a king on a throne. But at home, you should hear him moan. The moment he walks through that door, without that red nose and them funny clothes, he seems to have the world on his shoulder. I do me best to cheer him up, poor soul. I juggle with eggs, I turn cartwheels, I tell jokes, I do me latest card trick. I even have a borrow of his red nose. But he doesn't say exactly how he feels, doesn't say what's bothering him inside, just sits there saying almost to himself, "Oh life, ah life, what would I do without this clown of a wife?" Okay, so this is a very sad poem. Okay, like you can say this is an elegy. So this is a very sad poem. This is narrated by the wife. Okay, the speaker is the wife, and she talks about her husband. Okay, her husband's occupation is a clown. Okay, you all know a clown, right? In the roads and in circus, you all would have seen clowns who will be wearing a big red nose, which is not the exact size of his nose, but a fake one, right? He'll be wearing. I have shared a picture. You all can see. He'll be wearing funny clothes, colorful clothes with a red nose and gloves and a hat. Okay, so all of these is to entertain the people around, right? So this is a clown. So usually if we say a clown, we might think, this person is always happy, he's always having fun, unlike the other people, he doesn't have any problems, like he's living the best of lives. Yeah, we think it like that. A clown means he's living the best life anyone could ever live, right? So the author, the Johnson Agard, through this poem has tried to point out that all the clowns and all the other occupation which seems to be happy, which seems to be nice and fun, is not actually that. Okay, is not actually always fun. Like when they are in their occupation or when they are doing that job, they might be happy in order to entertain the other people around, but in their actual life there is two life, right? The personal life and the performing life. So both of those lives are not similar. Okay, are not similar like we actually look. In our point of view, we see the clown as a happy person. Why? Because he makes others entertain and he is happy, but it's not the actual truth. Okay, he might have a lot of other problems, right? He might have a lot of other financial issues and other family problems. So whatever it is, any health problem, yeah, so always a clown is not supposed to be happy and fun and entertain others. Okay, so he also has his own self rights to express his sad emotions too. Okay, so in this poem, the author, the person, Johnson Agard, he's a British person. Okay, he's a British person. This person has tried to point out to the readers that the clown is not always supposed to be happy. He too can have problems. That's the main objective of narrating this poem. Okay, Johnson Agard has tried to bring out that the clowns are not always happy. Okay, so in this poem, this is in the point of view of a wife. Like the wife is telling about her husband. In a home, there is a husband and a wife, and the wife is speaking about her husband, the clown. Okay, like we usually think that a relationship between a husband and a wife is supposed to be very sweet. Okay, it's not like that. Okay, there can be fights, there can be everything, like in a relationship between a husband and a wife. As y'all are mature, I'm telling y'all. Okay, so between a husband and a wife relationship, there can be a lot of things. Okay, it's not just one or two, it's not just what we think. There's a lot of things that they have to go through together. Okay, whatever happens, they have to stick together and face it together. So here, the husband, okay, the clown is going through something alone. Okay, he's having a personal problem. Okay, so this personal problem, he's not sharing it with his wife. That's the main reason. Okay, because the wife doesn't know what's bothering him inside. If she really knows avakku vandu our husband enna bother pannudundu, if she really knows, she would have done something, right? She would have given him a solution, that whatever she could have kelumanadu, she would have done for her husband. But here what happens is the husband, the clown, is not telling what's bothering him inside to his wife. Okay, that's the main problem of the wife. So the wife is being very sad here. She's telling, எனக்கு என்னான்னு சொன்னா தானே இதுக்கு ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் கொடுக்கலும், என்னண்டே தெரியாம அவர் ஒரு ஓரமா வைக்கிறாரு, he's always sad, he's not being as usual அப்படின்னு she's telling us. Okay, she's telling the readers. So we can go line by line. I'll be telling you all the important techniques here, and you all can mark it up. Okay, the first line, about my husband the clown, what could I say? So here she's asking rhetorical question. Please mute your mics. Excuse me, sir, can you mute your mic?
Hold on. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so here what happens is the first line is she's telling about my husband, the clown. What could I say? So here itself we can understand there's a rhetorical question, right? The person, this Johnson Agard, who has narrated this poem, he's asking about my husband, the clown. What could I say? Here you all can ask whether she's a girl or a boy, but the Johnson Agard is a boy. Okay, the Johnson Agard is a boy, but he has written this poem in the point of view of a girl. Sorry, he is a boy. Sorry, he is a male person, but he has written it like as if he's writing in a female, as if he's writing in a wife's position. Okay, in the point of view of a wife only, he has written this poem. Okay, about my husband, the clown, what could I say? So in the first line itself, we can understand there's a wife speaking about a husband who is a clown. In the first two lines itself, you all should get that clue. Sorry, now the girl is speaking about her husband. The husband's occupation is clown. Okay, that's what you all have to understand in the first two lines. So about my husband, the clown, what could I say? So here it's a question. So the wife here is asking a question without expecting an answer in return. Okay, she's not expecting an answer. So is she expecting us to go and say, oh, this is my husband, this is how she is, and she's not expecting any answer from us. So the technique rhetorical question is used in the first two lines. So I can mark it out. Rhetorical question is used in the first two lines. What is rhetorical question? The narrator or the narrator asking a question without expecting an answer in return. Okay, the narrator is asking a question without expecting an answer in return. That is called rhetorical question. Okay, so moving on to the next paragraph. On stage, he's a different person. Yeah.
Can you spell that word, the technique you said?
RHETORICAL. Rhetorical. I'll send it in the chat, okay? Meeting group chat. Rhetorical question. Okay, so on stage, he's a different person. Up there, he's a king on a throne. But at home, you should hear him moan. So here you all can see in the second paragraph, okay, the wife is telling on stage he's a different person. Okay, on stage, what? On stage in the sense they are telling when he is doing his occupation as a clown, he's a different person, it seems. Okay, like he used to go out in the morning and he used to come home in the evening. No, so during that time period, he's a different person. Okay, he's like the happiest person in the whole universe. He's like the best person that could ever exist. Okay, so he's like நல்ல ஜொல்லியா அவர் இருக்கிறார், like he's entertaining all the other people, like he's the best person that could ever live during that time. On which time? While he is performing his occupation only. Okay, when he is in his occupation, when he is doing his job of entertaining other people. What's the job of a clown? Of course it is entertaining other people, right? So when he is doing that job, he is the best person. Okay, he is like very active, very enthusiasm, very amazing. Okay, he's like doing his job the best he could. What is his job? To entertain other people. And now you all should wonder, a clown who's trying to entertain other people is not happy by himself. Okay, why should he make others happy? Because that is his duty, that is his responsibility as a clown, right? As a clown, what should he do? He must make others happy, he must make the children happy, he must make the other people around him happy. That's the duty of a clown. So the author is trying to say that this clown is performing his job perfect to the point. Okay, like he's the best. Okay, so on the stage he's a different person, but at home is he the same person? No. At home also is he the happiest person on the universe? No, 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 no. On stage, he is the best. But as soon as he returns home, his whole character changes. His whole eternity changes. Okay. So on stage, he's a different person. Up there, he's a king on a throne. On stage, how does he behave? He behaves like he's the king. Okay. A throne. There will be a king sitting on a throne, right? So this clown, when he is performing his job, when he is on the stage, he is like a king on a throne. So here the technique used, we can take it as a hyperbole also, hyperbole. We pronounce it's not hyperbole, okay? Most of the teachers and the students say it is hyperbole, but it's not hyperbole, it's hyperbole. Okay, hyperbole means exaggerating, over exaggerating. So he's just a clown, but the author has taken him as a king. He's exaggerating, right? In this position, the clown's character, the clown's appearance has been compared to the king. We can take it as a metaphor and hyperbole as well. If you all have any doubts, you all can ask. Okay, so hyperbole is over exaggeration. So, but at home, you should hear him moan. But at home, what does he do? Is he the same person? No, he's moaning. What is moaning? They used to say that, "Monangran solluvaanga thane." Ma'am, what is hyperbole? Hyperbole means over exaggerating, like onda pattaki solran re. That kind of a thing. I'm just using these stuffs because you all will understand, okay? Over exaggeration. That is hyperbole. Okay, like it might be just one or two, this might be a little thing, but they are exaggerating it. Okay, that means what? They are extending it and telling it like, oh, it is like this and that. Okay, it might be a small wound. Okay, like most of the time our siblings, our brothers and sisters, right? It might be a very small wound, but they might be telling it as, oh, I felt like this, my whole knee went out and my leg got cracked. That is called hyperbole. Okay, what are the techniques used in the second stanza? Moan means like it is auditory imagery. Okay, moaning means like talking to himself. Okay, he's talking to himself, like he's telling, why should I live like this? I'm having so much problems. He's moaning to himself. Monangrain. That is moaning. Okay, so what are the techniques used in the second stanza? Second stanza, we can take auditory imagery. Okay, we can take auditory imagery and juxtaposition. You all know what's juxtaposition. Wait, I'll say y'all. I'll send y'all. Juxtaposition is a new technique. Juxtaposition, that is referring to two opposite things. So you all can see. Wait, I'll send you all. Okay. Okay. Okay, it does on. Okay. Okay, hope the other one's over. Okay, so I stopped yeah, in the second paragraph, right? On stage he's a different person. Up there he's a king on a throne.
You were explaining the last technique.
Yeah, the juxtaposition, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so juxtaposition means the referring to two opposite things, which means like they are saying, you all can see in that line, up there he's a king on a throne, but at home you should hear him mourn. Can you see the two opposite things clashing there? Like they are referring to the character when he is doing his occupation and the character once he returns back home. So these are the two opposite situations, right? When these two opposite situations are brought together, that is the technique called juxtaposition. Juxtapositions means referring to two opposite things together. Okay, so in the second paragraph, the last two lines of the second paragraph, the technique juxtaposition is used. So I'm mainly highlighting these techniques and other stuffs because y'all can use these stuffs in your answer. When you're writing essay question answers, when you're writing your critical essays, y'all can use these. Okay, when you're explaining this line, y'all can say the author has used the technique juxtaposition in order to bring out more meaningful to the, yeah, y'all can add something like that according to your answer. Okay, answering style, y'all can do this. That's what I'm highlighting these techniques and stuff. Okay, like make sure you all jot it down. Okay, so up there he's a king on a throne, but at home you should hear him moan. Moaning is, I told you all right, like talking to himself. He's like the wife of the clown is telling, up there he's a king on a throne. When he goes out of the house, he's like performing his job to the extent of perfection. Okay, but at home, once he come home, he's always moaning. He's always talking to himself. He's never ever happy. He never talks to me properly. Like as a wife, she will be expecting, right? As soon as her husband comes home, she will be expecting to spend some time together with him, right? But what but what actually happens is the exact opposite of her expectations, of her imaginations. Okay, what actually happens is as soon as he comes home, the wife might be expecting to for them to stay together, spend some time together, to have dinner together, right? But the actual thing happening is exact opposite of her imaginations. He comes home, he goes to a corner, he sits down, and he keeps mourning to himself. About what? About his sadness. Okay, so I'll clear with the second paragraph. You all can circle the mourn word and write auditory imagery. Auditory imagery means like mourning means it's like a sense of hearing, right? Auditory imagery is connected with the sense of hearing. Okay, visual imagery is connected with the sense of seeing. Auditory imagery is connected with the sense of hearing. Tactile imagery is connected with the sense of feeling. So likewise, mourning means it's like you all can feel, like you all can hear it, right? Mourning like monangi kondikire. So you all can hear that, right? So that is mourning. That is auditory imagery. You all can mark that too. That's the second paragraph. So moving on to the third one, the moment he walks through that door without that red nose and them funny clothes, he seems to have the world on his shoulder. So here they are saying, okay, I'll send you all the imageries. Yeah, the final part, remind me, Shafia, I'll send it again. Okay, so the moment he walks through that door without that red nose and them funny clothes, he seems to have the world on his shoulder. So here they are saying, here the wife, the பேசுறதெல்லாம் யாரு? Wife, right? The wife is speaking. Okay, wife is telling us how her husband behaves at home. Okay, so now she's telling, the moment he walks through that door without that red nose and them funny clothes, which means he's returning back home without that red nose, without that funny clothes. So like after he goes to the clown character, he might be wearing those things, right? So even after he comes home, will he keep wearing that red nose and that funny clothes? No, right? He will come to his former dress. He will become a normal person as soon as he returns home. Okay, but still you all can see the wife is not expecting the husband to come and juggle at home also. She's not saying வந்து எனக்கும் card tricks சொல்லி கொண்டிருங்க, வந்து எனக்கும் jokes சொல்லி கொண்டிருக்கிறீங்க. She's not telling. Okay, all she wants from her husband is to stay happy with her, is to spend some time together. That's the least expectation she expects from her husband. Okay, she's not telling to come and perform the same job from morning to night at home also. Okay, all she's saying is, little spend some time together. We are husband and wife. We are in a relationship. This is the commitment. We can spend some time together, right? We can make some memories. That's the least expectation of her. But the husband, as a clown, fails to meet her expectations. Why? Because he's having a personal issue. Okay, still we do not know what that personal issue is. The wife also doesn't know, so the wife does not know to point it out for the readers as well. ஏ அவக்கே தெரியா அவ எப்படி எங்களுக்கு சொல்லுவா. Okay, like she doesn't know what's the problem, right? She doesn't know the problem her husband is going through, so we also don't have the opportunity to know the problem. But in literature, as we enroll deep into the meanings, the mostly the what the study texts say us, the problem of this clown is poverty. Poverty is the main reason for his sadness. Okay, that is how the study text revealed. Okay, the teacher's guide and the student's guide revealed that the main reason for his sadness is poverty. You all can write it down. Okay, the main reason for his sadness is poverty. Okay, I can send the recording. Okay, so yeah, the moment he walks through that door without that red nose and them funny clothes, he seems to have the world on his shoulder. So those two lines, the third paragraph, the first two lines, it refers to the situation where he returns back home from his occupation, right? He has performed the whole entertaining job since morning to evening, and now he's returning home. How? Without that red nose, without that funny clothes. Is he still wearing those stuffs to seem funny? No, he have removed all those. Okay, he has removed all those, and he's coming back home. He seems to have the world on his shoulder. So when he is coming back home, he seems to have a world on his shoulder. So here also the technique hyperbole is used, which means over exaggeration. Can anyone have the world on his shoulder? No, no one can bear the world on their shoulder, right? So here also the technique exaggeration, the technique hyperbole is used. So you all can mark it down in the second paragraph, third line. He seems to, sorry, the third paragraph, third line. Okay, he seems to have the world on his shoulder, which means he is carrying so much in his, yeah, he's carrying so much problems for himself. He's having a big burden. Okay, like there's something he's going through, but he doesn't mention it what, but he's having a problem which is similar to carrying the world on the shoulder. Okay, so you all can mark it down. Okay, hyperbole, exaggeration. Okay, you all can mark it down, hyperbole, exaggeration. So what else you all have? Here you all can see the moment he walks through that door, and it's used in the first line, right? He, and again in the third line he seems to have. So here you all can mark it as repetition. He and he is used twice. So what you'll have to do is circle the he in the first line and circle the he in the third line of the third paragraph. Okay, and join both of them and write repetition. Okay, so repetition is used. The moment he walks through that door without that red nose and them funny clothes, he seems to have the world on his shoulders. Hyperbole, exaggeration, repetition is also used. Okay, so in the last line, you understand he seems to have the world on his shoulder, like he's having so much responsibilities as a husband of a house. Okay, he might have a lot of responsibilities. Like he's like wondering, how will I overcome with this? Okay, he's like wondering, what should I do? Pretty clown in the mattum, I can't but I can't fulfill all my desires and my wife's desires as well. She also might have dreams, right? So for that, what do they need? Most often they need some amount of financial stability, right? So he doesn't have that. So due to poverty only, he feels so much sad and frustrated. But the wife, does she say anything? Does she say, I want money, I want these things? Is she materialistic? No, 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 she's not like that. All she wants is some happiness in her marriage life. Okay, all she expects from her husband is to be happy with her, be kind with her. Okay, that's what she's not getting in return. So did you all understand the first three paragraphs? I can't move on further if you all did not understand. Please tell me whether you all have doubts. Please clear it now itself. Then only it will be easy for you all to move on. Did you all understand? I want response from everyone. Please respond. Good. How about others? Crystal clear. Clear. Okay, others? Tell me whether you all understood. Okay, I can give you all the recordings if you all have other classes. How about Minha? Did you understand? Mariam?
Please, can you explain fifth paragraph?
Can you explain the?
Fifth paragraph.
Yeah, I'll come in the order, okay? I have explained the first 3 paragraphs. If you all have any doubts within that, you all can ask.
Okay, miss.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, happy that all of you all have understood. Okay, now I can move on for the 4th paragraph. I do my best to cheer him up, poor soul. I juggle with eggs, I turn cartwheels, I tell jokes, I do me latest card trick. I even have a borrow of his red nose. Okay, so here what we can understand is the role reversal. You all can write it down, okay? Here we can see a role reversal. What is reversal? Role changing. Okay, the wife is taking the role of the husband. Okay, so like you all can see the clown. As a clown, what should he do? He should entertain people, right? So since morning to evening the clown is playing his role to the other people, the general public. He's going and doing jokes and he's entertaining the people. Okay, so once he comes home without that red nose, without those funny clothes, what happens? The wife takes the role of the clown, and she performs all the stuffs of the clown's what behaviors at home in order to make her husband smile, in order to make her husband happy. Okay, what does she do? She takes a borrow of his red nose. Okay, like she thinks, now if I wear that red nose, he might feel funny. Like he might think that I'm funny and he might feel happy. So that's what the wife thinks. So what does she do? Our red nose editha, she's putting it on. Okay, she's putting it on and she's saying, she's like making fun of her faces. Okay, so does the clown react? Does the husband react? No, he's still sad. Okay, he doesn't find the jokes of the wife as funny. Okay, so what else does she do? She do the best to cheer him up. So poor soul, who is referred to as poor soul here? Tell me, who is referred to as poor soul in the first line of the 4th paragraph?
The clown.
The clown. Very good. I do my best to cheer him up, poor soul. Yeah, husband. Very good. So I do my best to cheer him up, poor soul. The poor soul is referred to the clown. Okay, so here you all can see in the paragraph. Okay, in the 4th paragraph, all the 4 lines start with the letter I. Right? I do my best. I juggle with eggs. I tell jokes. I even have. So all these lines starts with the letter I. So here we can take the technique name as anaphora. Anaphora, which I'll send you all the spelling. Anaphora. Okay, this is the technique. This is how it spells anaphora. So here anaphora. This technique is like mainly taken when the paragraph's first part is the same. So in the Farewell to Barney's Tuck and Tree poem, you all can take the first 2 lines. Farewell to Barney's Tuck and Tree, farewell to Seven Shore. So those two starts with farewell, right? So likewise, if the paragraph continuously starts with the same word or same letter, there we can take the technique as anaphora. Mark it down, okay? Total illa 4 IM சேர்த்து circle பண்ணி arrow வந்து போட்டு anaphora எழுதிக்கோங்க. Okay, so I juggle with eggs. So what is juggling with eggs? She takes 3 eggs and she juggles. You all know, right? Juggling eggs, like she used to throw all 3 eggs and she catches. Okay, that's juggling eggs. I turn cartwheels. That's also a sort of thing, sort of behavior that they do to make people laugh, make people entertained. Okay, so I tell jokes. I do my latest card trick. She tells jokes in order to make her husband happy. She turns cartwheels in order to make him smile. She juggles with eggs so that she might find funnier, and she does the latest card trick. What is card tricks? Like they're saying, இதை எடுத்து இப்படி போட்டா சவரன் எடுத்து காட்டவா, அந்த ரிபன் எடுத்து காட்டவா, அப்படி இன்னைக்கு தானே latest card tricks. You all might know more than me, okay? So I'm telling you. So she does those card tricks as well. Why? All of this she does in order to make her husband happy, in order to make her husband feel a bit enjoyed and entertained once he return home. But does this work? No. Yet she tries. Okay, she takes the role reversal. That's a good point. Okay, role reversal means changing the role. She takes the whole role of the clown in order to make her sad husband happy. Okay, so what else can you all say here? So anaphora is used, role reversal is used here. Yeah, poor soul is referred to the clown, and yeah, that's it. I in the first person narrative style is also used. The whole poem is first person narrative style only. Do you understand this?
Ma'am, can you explain again?
Okay.
Last part.
Okay. I do my best to cheer him up, poor soul. I juggle with eggs, I turn cartwheels, I tell jokes, I do my latest card trick. I even have a borrow of his red nose. So in this whole paragraph, what the author has tried to explain us is that the wife is making an effort in order to make her husband happy. So when the husband is entering into the house with a burden on his shoulder, with so much sad and frustration, what is the duty as a wife, as a good wife? What is she supposed to do? She's supposed to make her husband happy, right? But all she wanted is to lead a happy marriage life, but she does not get that. Why? Because the husband is not so stable in his mental condition. So what happens is he's always sad, he's always frustrated, he never speaks to his wife. He also doesn't say what's his problem also. சரியா சும்மா ஒரு இடத்துல உட்கார்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறாரு, என்னதான் பிரச்சனைன்னு சொன்னா she might find a solution, she might try to find a solution. Although if it is just like a financial problem, she might also do another job and support her husband, right? He could do that. But he's not telling what the actual problem is. Why? Because his wife might feel upset. That's the only reason why the husband, the clown, is not telling what's his problem is. Why? Because his wife might get upset. Okay, so here we can say this is a very good relationship. Why? Because he's not telling about his poverty issue, because his wife might get upset. Okay, so in one side, if we say it's a good relationship, but in other point of view, they should share each other's problem, right? That is why they mutually get married, right? They should be there for each other, whatever the situation is. That's also a thing. Okay, we can say that it is a positive relationship. At some point it is positive. Why? Because the husband doesn't want the wife to be upset. But at a point we can say that it is a negative relationship. Why? Because the husband is not trusting his wife on, like how இவகிட்ட சொன்ன ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் கிடைக்கும் அப்படி சரி நினைச்சு he could say, right? But he's not telling like that also. So you all can argue in many points. Okay, the last part, asked me the last part, right? Yeah, so I tell jokes, I do my latest card trick, I even have a borrow of his red nose. So here the role reversal part is taking place, and the poor soul is referred to the clown, and the technique anaphora, as I told you all, the technique anaphora is also used. So yeah, the main thing you all want to understand in the fourth paragraph is that the wife is making an effort in order to make her husband happy. Is it clear, darling? Someone asked me. That's it. I repeat it again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So moving on to the next paragraph, but he doesn't say exactly how he feels, doesn't say what's bothering him inside, just sits there saying almost to himself. So here she's telling, he's not even telling me what's bothering him inside. He's not even telling what his actual problem is. So how can I help him? She's really worried. Okay, she's really so sad and worried about the situation of her husband. So she's telling, if he could share something with me, I could help him, right? Like she's worried. என்ன சரி ஒன்று சொன்னா எனக்கு என்னமாலும் செய்யலும் தானே. obviously in your point of view think if your husband is like this and you might be worried, right? So this is the same situation of that girl as a wife. Okay, ma'am, the word me in the third line of the fourth, so 1 2 3 4. Yeah, yeah, me. I do me latest card tricks means she's doing latest card tricks by herself in order to make her husband happy. I do me latest card trick. Okay, she's doing it for herself so that the husband will get happy and cheered up. Okay, so but he doesn't say exactly how he feels, doesn't say what's bothering him inside. In these two lines, doesn't. Both in both the lines the word doesn't is used. So you all can circle both of those doesn't together and mark it as repetition. The technique repetition is used here. Okay, doesn't say what's bothering him inside, just sits there almost to himself. Okay, so here we can say that this is a dysfunctional relationship. Okay, the relationship status is dysfunctional. It is not functioning properly. Why? Because of the because of some sorts of what behaviors of one individual with the other. So he can lead a happy life with his wife, right? Like she's always worried about her husband. She really cares about her husband. If she's a wife who doesn't even care, let him do whatever he wants. He goes to the job, he comes home. I don't care whether he's happy or sad. If she's that type of a person, she won't be that sad. But see how much caring she is. She's taking her maximum effort to make her husband happy, right? So this can be a good ideal role model for the present generation women. Okay, that's also a message. So here situational irony is also used, right, in the whole poem. Like be happy, but the clown is sad. Like to the efforts that the wife makes in order to make her husband happy, she's supposed to be, this clown is supposed to be happy, right? Like she's taking a borrow of his red nose, she's wearing those no, she's juggling with the eggs, she's doing cartwheels, she's doing what latest card tricks and everything. She's supposed to be the clown is supposed to be happy, but he is not. So here situational irony, the exact opposite of what should actually happen, is happening here. Okay, so in the what 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth paragraph, there's nothing much. So there's only 3 lines, but he doesn't say exactly how he feels. What they are saying is not but the clown is not telling, he's not expressing his feelings to the wife. Okay, why? Because he's not telling how he feels. He's not telling what his problem is. Okay, doesn't say what's bothering him inside. The wife is wondering what might be his problem. என்னவா இருக்கும் ஏன் இவர் இப்படி இருக்கிறாரு ஏன் ஒரே இப்படி அப்செட்டாவே இருக்கிறாரு என்னவா இருக்கும்னு she's always wondering, she's always confused. Okay, so just sits there saying almost to himself. So what does he do? Instead of talking to his wife, okay, instead of talking to his wife, what does he do? He always sits idle without saying anything. What is irony? What is situational irony? Irony means, situational irony means he should be happy but he's sad, like the opposite. Okay, the opposite of what's happening is, yeah, situation irony is there's a thing that should happen. Okay, but now the wife is putting all these efforts. No, what is supposed to happen? The clown is supposed to laugh, but does that happen? Does the clown turns happy? No, right? And that is situation irony. The clown is supposed to be happy because of the efforts of the wife, but he is not happy. That is situational irony. Okay, so the last part, oh life, ah life, what would I do without this clown of a wife? So here, oh life, ah life, she's mourning to himself, herself, right? She's mourning to herself. Oh life, ah life, என்னடா வாழ்க்கை இது அப்படின்ற மாதிரி சொல்றேன். சரியா? So here the technique onomatopoeia is used. Okay, you all can write it down. The technique onomatopoeia is used. Write it down. Okay, the technique onomatopoeia is used. Do you want me to spell onomatopoeia? If you all have anything, please ask. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Onomatopoeia spelling is ONOMATO. Wait, I'll type it down. ONOMATOPOEIA. Onomatopoeia. Oops. Wait. I directly sent it to someone maybe. Yeah, so this is a spelling of onomatopoeia. Okay, I write it down. So onomatopoeia is used in the place where all life, our life. That is a place where onomatopoeia is used. Okay. So she's telling, what would I do without this clown of a wife? So she's telling herself, even what would I do? She's complaining about her own life. So here we can say foolish wife. So yeah, so she's telling, what would I do without this clown of a wife? So here she's referring to herself as a fool. She's telling, what would I do? Like I'm being this fool. Okay. So the main theme of this is life, and poverty is the main reason for his sadness. So we can say that this is a very good relationship because he's not telling about his poverty issue because his wife might get upset. In the other hand, we can say that this is a negative relationship. Why? Because he's not sharing the exact, he's not communicating with his wife. Okay. So y'all can argue in either ways. It is said by clown, right? Last two lines. No, 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 no. The whole poem is said by the wife. Ma'am, in sixth paragraph, yeah, in sixth paragraph. Can you explain the last line? Okay. What would I do without this clown of a wife? So the whole poem is narrated by the wife of the clown. Okay. So here she's telling, oh life, our life. She's mourning to herself. Okay. என்னடா இந்த வாழ்க்கை இப்படி ஆகுது. Okay, she's like telling somewhat like that. So here, oh life, our life. So wait, I'll explain you all.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
in the fifth stanza, last line, they have mentioned just sits there saying almost to himself. And in
Hmm.
the second line, sorry, in the sixth stanza, they have said given two lines, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the clown is saying,
No, no,
right?
no, no. Here, the wife is telling the clown is sitting in a corner and talking to himself. The wife is addressing about the clown. Okay, she is telling the instead of speaking to me, instead of telling me what's bothering him inside, all he does is sitting in a corner saying almost to himself. He's telling to himself like mourning, like when we are we are like telling it to us, right? So likewise, the clown is sitting in a corner and mourning to himself. He's not telling what's bothering him inside to his wife, but he's telling it to himself. Okay. Here also
Ma'am,
she's telling our life. Yeah.
if they ask who, by whom is this line told,
Mm-hmm. This is
should it
the
be
wife of the clan.
wife?
Yeah. Because in the whole poem, we can't say the clown is not even speaking. Because if he is upset, he won't speak. Okay, if he actually speaks a line, that means he's not that deeply hurt, right? But the poet wants us to know that the clown is so much upset and he's so much worried. That's why he's not uttering a single word. Okay, in this whole poem there is no any word uttered by the clown. The whole poem is narrated by the clown's wife about the clown. Okay, the clown is not even speaking a single word in this. The whole thing is like told by the clown's wife. So in the poor soul part, the poet addresses him as poor soul. Why? Because the clown becomes very miserable when he's at home. Okay, he's like very frustrated and miserable when he's at home. So do you have any other doubts? So last part, someone asked me the last line, right? What would I do without this clown of a wife? The last part, it's again rhetorical question. Okay, you all can write it down. The first part of this poem and the last part of this poem, the clown's wife, starts and ends with rhetorical question. You all can see two question marks, right? What could I say in the second line of the poem? What could I say? There's rhetorical question, and in the last line also we can find rhetorical question. I'll explain the last part again. Okay, listen, those who did not understand. Oh life, our life, what would I do without this clown of a wife? Oh life, our life means please mute your mic.
Zoom meeting.
Please mute your mics. Okay, so the last part, oh life, our life, what would I do without this clown of a wife? So here what happens is, oh life, our life. That means like she have tried her level best. No, now see, she have done all the stuffs in order to make her husband laugh, in order to make the clown laugh. She took a borrow of his red nose. What else did she do? Um, she juggled with eggs, she turned cartways, she tried the latest card tricks, she told some jokes, but still she could not make her husband smile, right? She did her maximum. She could not do anything else more than this, right? So that is why she's tired now. What could I do? Like she's wondering like that. Oh life, our life, what would I do without this clown of a wife? Okay. Now the last line, what would I do without this clown of a wife? She's asking herself. என்னடா செய்வேன் அவ்வளவுதான். That's the real meaning of that. Okay, what would I do? என்ன செய்வேன் நான் without this clown of a wife? Okay, so the another extra point, an important point, is this whole poem is in irregular versification. What is irregular versification? Can someone tell me what is irregular versification? What is irregular versification? Can someone say me?
Without a proper tone.
Yeah, you're somewhat closer to the answer. Irregular versification means no any rhyming words used. Okay, there is no proper tone. Wait, why is it coming? Copy and paste. Yeah, irregular versification means in the whole poem, okay, this whole poem is irregular versification. Irregular versification means no any rhymings used, okay. So has the poet used any rhyming? No, right? So you all can say that irregular versification is used in the whole poem, no any rhymings used. Did you all understand the lines of the poem? Do you all have any doubts in any lines? Please ask me if you all have any doubts, okay? You all can't move further. I'm going to give you all some questions also. Did you all understand? How about others? If you all respond me only, I can move further, right?
Understood, ma'am.
How about others? Minha, did you understand? Sidra? Good. Sidra, did you understand? Okay. So that is it about this poem. So about the theme, if I say, you all can write down the theme, okay? I can write down the theme. It mainly deals with the difference between appearance and reality. Okay, it mainly deals with the appearance and reality of a poor or someone, of a single person. The appearance and reality. So mainly the poet talks about the traumatic life of the clown. Like while he is suffering, he has to put on a happy face before the audience, right? That is like he's forced to be happy. Like, can someone be happy? Like automatically they can't be happy, right? Now here the clown is forced to be happy. Like he has to be happy in order to play his role as a clown, right? Just imagine if a clown is sad and crying, will you all be entertained? No, right? So a clown is forced to be happy. Unlike his situation, he is forced to be happy. So here you all can say, ma'am, what is the first point? I can't remember what I told. No, poor soul can't be a technique for sarcasm. Sarcasm is not actually technique. Sarcastic or sarcasm tone cannot be considered as a technique. Okay, it is just a tone of speaking. Sarcastic is just a tone of speaking. Like when we are speaking, we used to say, right, ma periya aal thane ava. அப்படின்னு சொல்றது, that is sarcasm. Okay, I'm just using these normal words just because you all would understand. Okay, that is sarcasm. We can't use sarcasm as a technique. Note it down. Then can poor soul be a tone of sarcasm? Yes, it can be a tone of sarcasm, but it can't be used as a technique. What else do you all have? Yeah, for the theme you all can write. It deals with appearance and reality. Second point, what did I say? What did I say? He's forced to put a happy face, right? I just told what just came with the flow. First theme, you all can say the difference between appearance and reality.
Ma'am, you said something traumatic.
Yeah. The poet talks about the traumatic life of the clown. Okay, and you all can say the clown is forced to put on a happy face before the audience. Okay, so now briefly I'll go through the poem, okay? Like from the first part, I'll briefly go through. The first two lines about my husband, the clown, what could I say? So here she hints out that the reader can learn things about the clown from her, okay? She hints that the readers can learn about the clown from her, and the public admire him as an actor or performer on the stage. Like, if we take a clown, like when we are going in the vehicle and all, if we see some Santa Claus or if we see a clown, we like admire him, right? We used to see that, right? So the the public admire him, okay. What else? But his wife sees him at home as her husband. So these two situations have been taken parallel in the poem. So parallel in the whole poem, they have described us the character of the clown when he's on the stage and when he's at the home. So these two are two opposites. That's juxtaposition. So for the entertainment of the public, the clown performs on the stage so that he is loved by the audience. So when he acts on the stage, he becomes the cynos of everyone. So he becomes popular. Like when he's acting on the stage, he becomes a bit popular, right? So he's popularly known as the best performer or one of the best performers. So that he is well recognized as an asset to the society. So clown in the kola, everyone sees like he is the clown of our area. He is the clown of our city. India. That's a remarking point, right? So, in order to get that thing, he used to play his role to the perfection. So here the clown what performs the exact opposite of what he performs on the stage at his house. Okay, the clown is dramatically turned out to be the spectator. Okay, as his wife takes the role of the clown, that is really ironic and it makes much fun and mocking, right? So when the role reversal takes place, I told you all right, in which paragraph? In the fourth paragraph, the role reversal takes place now. So here, like they're mocking the character of the clown. Ivalo pera avasnike vekkirare. Everyone are being happy because of this clown, but this person couldn't make his wife happy. See how much deep that meaning is. Like uru takal ellareme happy avestikolraru, but his own family is not happy. Why? Because of him. That's a deep message, okay? Just keeping the people around you is not important. Keeping the people with you happy is more important, okay? So yeah, that's about the clown's wife. So here the poet questions the reality of the human society, okay? So the poet is telling, see, a single individual can play two roles. On his occupation he can be happy, while at home he is the saddest person, okay? So yeah, that's it. Anyone of y'all have any doubts? Shall we move on to the questions? Yeah, I will be giving questions. Shall we move to the question? Okay, dokie. So question, I'll screen share, okay? Wait, give me 2 minutes. I'll screen share the questions. I will be giving you all two questions, okay? So for one question, I will be giving you all about 10 minutes of time. You all should send it to me in my WhatsApp number. I will check it. If you all have the interest of continuing the class, please do the question and send the answers.
Ma'am, can we have your number?
Yeah, in the group, my number is there. 074.
Ma'am, sir didn't join me in the group.
Okay. Then you can save my number. 074 28 44553. 074 28 44553. So simply all on get any tough questions from this. Like yeah, simply all will be able to manage. Wait, so when it comes to extract question, it carries 5 marks. Yeah, it carries 5 marks. So there will be 6 questions. So which is 5 into 6, it is 30 marks. Okay, so one question carries 5 marks no. So the last part, the C part is there, right? Adula konjam extend aaki eludanu. So yeah, so in my further classes, I will be teaching you all how to write a proper answer. So for now, I'm telling you all, when you're writing the answer in the C part, we have screen share that question. So when you all are writing that, you all should extend your answer a bit. கொஞ்சம் எனக்கு further explanation வேணும். இதுல C questionல சரியா? Wait. Guys, is it clear? Can you let me know whether it's clear?
Yeah, ma'am, can see.
Okay. Then you all can write this. I'll be giving you another extract question as well. Now it's 8:04. By 8:14, I need the answers. Okay. By 8:04, I need the answer. Sorry, 8:14, I need the answers. Try your own answer. ஏழு மாடமா எழுதுங்க. சரி தெரிஞ்சதை எழுதுங்க. தெரியாத தொடுங்க. It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. I will teach you all. I can train you all. Okay. Those who are interested, continue the class or whatever. If you are doing it now, you all can send me the answer. So I'll put my number in the chat box. Send me the answer for that. Okay. Along with your name. Okay, guys. So I got three answers. I got an answer from Safia, I got an answer from Minha, and I got an answer from Sidra. I don't know about the other two. Are you still doing, or shall I change the question? The time is up, but are you still doing, or if you're not doing, it's okay, it's fine. I can change the question. Just let me know. Shall I change the question because I'm screen sharing, right? Or else you all can take a screenshot and do it. Okay, take a screenshot if you are still doing. I'm gonna change the question. Do this. Is it clear, guys? Can anyone say me whether it's clear? Yes or no?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, then you all can do this. Now it's 8:18. By 8:30 to finish it. In literature, the more you practice writing, you'll be fluent. சும்மா poem மட்டும் படிச்சுட்டு சார் இந்த poem சார் இந்த poem சாரின்னு போயிட்டு வேற இல்ல. எப்படி எந்த ஃபார்மட்ல கொஸ்டின் வருது, எப்படி கேக்குறாங்க, எப்படி ஆன்சர் எழுதணும், அதெல்லாம் more you practice only you all will get. Okay, so don't worry, we can practice more questions. And like the first question they're asking to write, like from which poem are these lines taken, who wrote them. Rendum varum thane. Appa what you'll have to do is from the poem The Clown's Wife, full stop, capital B, by Johnson Agard. சரியா author name எழுதக்குள்ளேயும் J capital A capital அதெல்லாம் ஒழுங்கா பார்க்கணும், இல்லாட்டி மார்க்ஸ் கொண்டு வெட்டி வரும்.
என்ன Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, dear.
Ma'am, the picture is too small.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Have you all done? The time's up. I received two. Okay, I received another answer. Here, mark it. Okay, wait. All right. So very good. I received a lot of answers. You all have tried your best. Alhamdulillah, I am satisfied that you all have understood. Okay, so you all have practiced two extract questions for now, and which is more than enough, okay, for your understanding. So we have tested your understandings regarding this poem, and yeah, I will be sending you all some notes. Okay, so I'll ask sir to add another group. So if you all are interested in joining the further classes, just drop me a message so that I can open another group and add you all in that in order to send the notes and summaries. Okay, just if you are interested to join the class, let me know so that I can create a group, because I can't upload the notes and summary in the main group, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna give you all an essay question. Okay, now I'm gonna give you all an essay question. Is that class free? Which one? Which class, dear? I did a first class, right? I did about the Nightingale and the Rose. That class was a free seminar. Okay, so there was about 19 students joined in that. So this class is considered as the first paid class. So I'll be doing 4 classes. So do you all send the notes? Yeah, I said I'll be sending the notes, right? So this class is considered as the first class for the paid sessions. Like I'll be doing 4 sessions, and the monthly fee was 1,300 as mentioned. So for the first trial class, you all can join and see. No, so that was supposed to be the seminar. I already did a free class. So this is the first paid class. So if you all are joining further, this is considered as a first class. So I'll be doing 4 classes per month. Okay, so I'll type and send the question in the chat box. Okay, the essay question. Okay, I'll be sending the essay question now. Okay, so do you all have any idea of how to write an essay question? Or should I give you all an idea? Just tell me. I can use the whiteboard and explain you all.
Ma'am, better give us an idea.
Okay, how about the other two? How about the other two? Like how to. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you all how to write an essay question. So if you take your literature paper, okay, literature final paper, the final O-level paper, okay, there will be, okay, now I'll share the whiteboard, okay. there will be 6 extract questions. Now, how, like, what we practice now, there will be 6 questions, 2 from poetry, 2 from prose, and 2 from drama. Okay, so there will be 6 extract questions which each carries 5 marks. So there will be how many marks? 5 each means there will be 6. 5 into 6 is 30 marks. Okay, that's the structure of the paper. Wait, the whiteboard is loading. Okay, so that's the part 1 structure, and there will be a section called section B, which covers the novel. Okay, the novel Vendor of Sweets, or whatever the novel you have chosen, there will be a 10 marks question from that as well. So they are altogether how many marks? 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. 40 marks will be covered, right? So the other part is the essay question. Okay, you all should write 4 essay questions, which carries each 15. Okay, so your paper is prepared to 100 marks. There will be no dividing, adding, or anything in literature. The total paper is prepared for 100 marks. So like this, like the question we practice now, adila 5 questions varum. Sorry, 6 questions varum. Only 5 marks ekum. Appa there you will get how many marks? 30 marks, right? Yeah. So section A adu. Appa section B nondikum adila novel 10 marks oru question ikkum. Sariya? Appa anginiki vandu ethana marks? 40 marks thane. So there is 60 more to score. The whole 60 you have to score is from your answer, your critical essay answer. Sariya? Appa adila onduka 15 marks into 4 questions ikkum. So anginiki 60 marks sari thane. So all you have to answer is 6 from this extra question, like how we practiced 6 section B la 10 marks ku novel or question varum. Mathadi you have to write 4 critical essays. Adil ondu prose, ondu poetry, ondu drama, ondu novel, your fiction. Okay, so it will carry 15 marks. Adu vandu paathu tharuva body key content ku introduction ku appadi they will give you. Wait, this whiteboard isn't coming. Wait, I can turn on the video and use my home whiteboard.
Ma'am,
Yes, dear?
will you be doing the novel as well?
No, dear, I won't be doing the novel. I will be covering the whole poetry, prose, and drama.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to show you all how to write a critical essay properly. Okay, so when it comes to critical essay, it consists of paragraphs, right? Is the video clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when it comes to a critical essay, your answer should be included in paragraphs. Okay, so it should be in paragraph form. So like how in ends, first you all should have an introduction. Okay, first of all, you all should have an introduction. And then you all should give a quotation from the poem. Okay, first of all, you all should give an introduction, and then you all should give a quotation from the poem, which means you all have to memorize. Okay, from the, and then what you have to do, explain that quotation. Okay, so I'll do it in black. Wait. first of all, to the introduction, and then you all can write a quotation for that, and you all have to say this. Okay. Next, what I have to do is,
Ma'am, what was the third thing you said?
first of all, you have to write the introduction. Okay, and then you have to like there will be a question asking, right? So on the question related, you have to choose a quotation, right? Quotation report textbook like sorry, I should be the exact same thing. You have to memorize the poem. You need to do that. Memorize in the important on a parts. If you remember, it's enough. Okay, so first of all, introduction, and then quotation, and now what you have to do is the quotation number 1 தானே, இது quotation number 1, இது explanation number 1. You have to explain this quotation, and then you have to put quotation number 2. Okay, and then இன்னைக்கு நீங்க எழுதணும் explanation 2, and then you have to put this quotation number 3. ஒரு ஃபார்மட்டுக்கு போகும். அப்ப நீங்க ஃபுல்லா எழுதணும் explain the above quotation. The quotation number 3 will be explaining the quotation number 3, and then final part you will be putting the conclusion. So this is the whole format of a critical essay answer. Okay, so idu fulla in the you will be getting a proper answer. சரியா? Introduction lo oru 6 to 7 lines mari ikkanum. 6 to 7 lines mari inda podum. So quotation obviously you will be choosing from the textbook, right? So adalo 2 lines sari ikkanum quotation la. அதே மாதிரி டெக்ஸ்ட் புக்ல இருக்கிற மாதிரியே இருக்கணும். சரியா? அப்ப இதுல இந்த quotation number 1 you chose one quotation here, right? So in the first second this paragraph you have to explain this quotation like prior to the answer. Okay, prior to the question they have asked, if they have asked about the what for an example we'll say in the clown's wife they have told you to prove that the real life and the on stage life different, then you have to take a quotation according to that, like what on stage is a different person, at home you hear him moan, other minutes you can explain, no? So you can say in the first paragraph, by referring to the above mentioned lines we do understand that the author has used a juxtaposition technique in order to prove the opposition of the behavior of the clown. More near, like it should be more likely that you're communicating with the examiner. Okay, it should be like அதுக்குன்னு ஸ்டோரி எழுதி வைக்கலாம் சரியா, because they already know before you write, they already know what's there in the clown's wife. You can't explain the story for them. You have to like say in your point of view, இதுதானே விஷயம், இப்படிதானே நடக்கணும், இப்படிதானே ஒரு husband and wife relationship இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு you have to explain it to the examiner. சரியா? You should like communicate it with her. இப்படித்தானே இதுதானே நடக்கணும், so this is how they are behaving, right? So a clown is not supposed to be like that, no? He should entertain both the public and his own family also. So அப்படின்னு you can write it in your, like you should argue with the examiner, this is the thing, so I prove it as yes அப்படின்னு. விளங்கிச்சா? So wait, let me erase this. So this is the body. If you all want, you all can write it down or take a screenshot or whatever. Do you all want further clarification? Girls, do you want any further clarification?
No, ma'am.
Sure, right? Then you all can attempt an answer, right? I will be correcting you all, don't worry. எவ்வளோ பிள்ளையானாலும் பரவாயில்ல. Just try it first. Shall I give you all a question? Girls, what do you all say? Yeah. The marks is given according to points. Like you write, like we'll say, you have written 5 to 6 examples. The example 1, 2, 3. Here we wrote example number 1. And here we wrote example number 2. Likewise, now we wrote. So how much ever examples you wrote, you're not going to get marks. As long as the important point included, you're going to get marks. No. In the introduction part, you're not going to talk anything about narrator. Okay. All you can say is you can say that the poem The Clown's Wife was written by the British poet John Aggard. That's it. You can't say further anything about
all
poet.
elephant.
Okay? In the introduction part, it's a must to tell about the narrator and narrator story. Only you can include the British or American or Ireland or the city mattum include panni. You can say that this guy was from this and that. Clear?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
I told you when you're writing the introduction paragraph, you no need of including the history of the poet. Okay, Ivar Senjari, he had three brothers, he wrote all these books, he lived here, he was grew up here. Adellam thevalla. All you have to do is in introduction you have to say about the like who wrote it and where was from. Apodu. Like you can start like this. The poem The Clown's Wife was written by the British poet John Gard. Adoda no need something about the poem, ma'am. In conclusion, you can include. Can you mute your mic? Will the information about the narrator help us in the paper later? No. There's nothing, no need of studying about the narrator, okay? No need of studying about the author. Don't waste time. There won't be any other question except for who wrote them. Okay? வேற ஒண்ணுமே கேட்க மாட்டாங்க யார் எழுதினேன்னு மட்டும் தான் கேட்பாங்க. Don't worry, don't need to study about the narrator and stuff. All you have to know is உங்களோட ஆன்சர் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் பார்க்கறதுக்கு அவர் எங்க இருந்து வந்தாருன்னு இல்லைன்னா போதும். He was a British poet or he was an American poet. He was a Polish poet. Polandன்னு வந்தா we used to say Polish, right? So அப்படி என்னமாலுமே இருந்தா போதும். You don't need to study about the author. So someone else asked me what should be included in the introduction, right? Introductionல வந்து you all have to start like this. For an example, we'll say you're going to write a critical essay for the Clown's Wife. So you all can say the poem The Clown's Wife was written by the British poet Johnson Aggard. After that, you all can include about the theme of this. But is it overall spoken about? The message of the poet. Apadi, you all can include something and you all can repeat the question again. So let's further discuss and elaborate how the poet has compared the practical life and the on-stage life. Apadi, you can repeat the question again and you can say let's further discuss ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு you can again repeat the question. ஐக்கு பிறகு ஒரு கோட்டேஷன் எழுதிட்டு by referring to the above quotation we you understand that அப்படி போட்டுடும். அப்புறம் செகண்ட் கோட்டேஷனுக்கு பிறகு by referring to the above phrases by referring அப்படின்னாலும் you can say. You all have any other questions? Shall I give you all a question?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
when you're doing the paper, we should manage time, right? So for each essay
Yeah.
question,
For each essay question you all can take only 30 minutes. You all can't take more than 30 minutes. So when I was doing my O levels, okay, when I was doing my O levels, um, I wrote 17 pages in literature. Okay, believe me or not, I wrote 17 pages and my finger was literally blue when I came out of the exam hall. Trust me, okay, I wrote 17 pages. Like, I was not keeping any count. The person who was sitting next to me had counted the number of papers I wrote, and that person only told me that you wrote 17. I don't know whether it was true or not, but I wrote a lot. I managed to write all four. Okay, for each essay question, I took about correctly, yeah, 30 minutes. I took, and I was able to finish the extract question 5 minutes earlier. Sarya. So suppose we have 6 extract question. No, now the structure of the paper comes like this, right? Now I told you all, 6 extract question. Okay, which carries how many marks? 5 marks each. Okay, so here we can get 5 into 6, which is 30 marks, no? 30 marks. Okay, so and then we have what section B, which carries about which carries 10 marks, exactly 10 marks. Okay, the section B part carries exactly 10 marks. So here we got 30 marks, here we got 10 marks. So in this part 1, we can get how many marks? 40 marks, no? So in essay question, we have 4 essay questions to complete. Okay, which carries 15. So 15 into 4 is 60 marks. So this 60 plus this 30, which is 90, and this 10 is 100. Okay, so in this you all can the literature paper is 3 hours, right? Yeah, so in this, for one question you have to take only 5 minutes. Okay, if you take 5 minutes, there half an hour is gone. Okay, 30 minutes is gone. So here if you take 2 hours must go, right? Half an hour edita 2 hours must go. So sorry, part 1 you can take 1 hour. Okay, so ஒரு question you can take 10 minutes. அப்ப இன்னே 1 hour போகும். சரியா, 6 questions முடிக்கிறதுக்கு 1 hour போகும். அப்ப இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஒரு questionக்கு 30 minutes எடுத்தா 2 hours போகும். So அங்கனைக்கு 3 hour cover ஆகுது. So இது adjust பண்ணி எடுத்தா தான் you can take another what, இதுக்கு ஒரு half an hour எடுத்தா இதுக்கு ஒரு 10 minutes எடுத்தா ரீடிங் டைம் வந்து உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா இல்ல. சரியா, லிட்ரேச்சர் வந்து you have to practice the time management only. How much ever you know, நீங்க எவ்வளோ படிச்சுட்டு போனாலும் டைம் மேனேஜ் பண்ணிக்கிறாட்டி you will be panicking at the situation. Okay, don't look at the people around, just take the pen, write down, start writing. தலையை குனிக்காம எழுதணும். 3 ஹவர்ஸ்க்கு எழுதினா தான் you'll be able to finish. சும்மா ஒரு essay question ஃபுல்லா விட்டுட்டு வந்தா we can't guarantee A or B. சிக்கு தான் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணணும், ரைட்? ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் மேக் ஷுவர் யூ ஆல் ரைட் ஃபாஸ்டர் அண்ட் நெசசரி பாயிண்ட்ஸ் இருந்தால் போதும். சும்மா எல்லாம் எழுத தேவையில்ல. சரியா, வாய்க்கு வாரதெல்லாம் எழுதினா இட்ஸ் ஹார்ட். ஓகே, ஒன்லி த நெசசரி பாயிண்ட்ஸ் இஸ் நீடட். ஸோ நீ எவ்வளோ சைஸுக்கு எழுதினு, லைக் இஃப் யூ ரைட் 2 pages யூ கோன் கெட் 10 marks. அப்படி இல்லை, இஃப் த நெசசரி பாயிண்ட்ஸ் ஆர் இன்க்ளூடட், there you go, you get the marks, that's it. Okay, if the necessary points are there, you're going to get marks. It's not depend on the length of your answer or anything. More you write, more you get. அப்படி இல்ல, the important ones written up, you will get the marks. So this is the format. Okay, so I will be training you all to write. Okay, so last my free seminar also many people asked whether you will be doing any extra sessions for essay questions. I won't be doing any extra questions, extra sessions. Like I'll be practicing after every classes, like how to include the points and everything. So this is how you have to write the answer. Okay, so do you all have any other questions? Yeah, the answer for that is you have to what, take 30 minutes to write an answer. Ma'am, when is the next class? Next class is on Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You all can suggest, like, more than a teacher and a student, we can be like friends. Okay, I'm not so old. Okay, I'm not old, I'm also a young girl. So we can be friends. Just you all can suggest me, ma'am, I like that type of a bond, okay, with students. We can be, you all can suggest, ma'am, this poem. So according to your wishes, I can get ready. If you all tell me just one day before, like I do a lot of physical class stuff, so I'm already prepared with everything. So whatever you suggest, I can do. Next will be on Thursday. Keep the imageries. Oh yeah, you told me, right? I'll send that also in group, so that everyone can note it down. That's a very important part about the tactile imagery, visual imagery, auditory imagery, and everything. I'll be ending. Okay, Shafia.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So now shall I give you a essay question in this poem, Clown's Wife?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, great. Do you all have any other doubts regarding today's session?
No, ma'am. Crystal clear.
Alhamdulillah. I'm very happy. Wait. Post. So drama I'll be taking about two classes per drama, okay? Because I have to make it crystal clear also, because drama you have a lot to write. So do you all have, are you all grade 10s or 11s? Can you let me know?
I'm 11.
Who is that? Wait. Who said I'm 11? Minhava?
Safia.
Okay. How about the other three? I am 11 too. Sidra is also 11. Minha is grade 11. Ah, okay. Then everyone are grade 11. Then we can start the drama also, right? Okay. So write down the question. Write down the question. In the poem, The Clown's Wife, in the poem, The Clown's Wife, the poet Johnson Agard, in the poem The Clown's Wife, the poet Johnson Agard mainly discusses about one's appearance and reality. The poem The Clown's Wife in the poem The Clown's Wife, the poet Johnson Agard mainly discusses about one's appearance and reality. Okay, I'll send it to the message also. Okay, those are writing can write. In the poem The Clown's Wife, the poet Johnson Agard mainly discusses about one's appearance and reality. Full stop and continue. Taking the two characters in the incident, taking the two characters in the incident, mainly discusses about one's appearance and reality. Full stop and continue. Taking the two characters in the incident, comma, the clown and his wife, comma, describe how the people appear in public without showing their real personal states. Okay, I sent it. In the poem The Clown's Wife, the poet Johnson Agard mainly discusses about one's appearance in reality. Full stop and continue. Taking the two characters in the incident, the clown and his wife, describe how the people appear in public without showing their real personal states. So here the question what they are asking is, they are telling the poem The Clown's Wife by Johnson Agard discusses about the appearance and reality, right? So that one we know. The whole poem is spoken about the appearance and reality. So taking the two characters in incident by using the two characters, what are the two characters? The clown and his wife, right? So the question is asked, First of all, put the topic, the clown's wife. Okay, put the topic, the clown's wife. Then this. Okay, so guys, clear? Is it clear what I said you all now?
Ma'am, did you tell something? Because we didn't hear.
Wait. Can you all hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I gave you this question, right? You all have this question now. So if you all are continuing the class, you all have to maintain a proper book. Okay, even though it is an online class, I will be checking properly. Okay, that's so one can escape. Okay, so if you all are continuing my class, you all have to maintain a proper book.
Okay, ma'am, sure.
God. Then I'll be sending you all a note. Okay, introduction, theme, and everything. I'll be sending you all. You all have to copy down that one first. Okay, and then you all can write the extract question I gave you all. You all answered and sent it to me. No, that question. If you all have already written in a paper, you all can paste that again. Or if you all wish to write it again, you all can do. It's your wish. And then write this a question and answer it on the book itself and send to me within 3 days. 3 days time. Okay, 3 days time. Within 3 days, you all can search more information about this poem, or I'll be giving you all notes. No, so from that you all can take stuffs, take some important points, and you all can write. And while you're writing, if you all get any doubts, or if you all have any doubts or clarifications, or want to know further about it, you all can drop me a message. Okay, so
Okay.
okay, then that's it for today. I hope you all understood. Okay, so thank you so much for joining. If you all have any doubts, you all can stay, others can leave. Assalamu
Ma'am,
alaikum and a very good evening. Yes.
shall we do I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings in the next class?
Okay. How about others? You all can unmute and speak. Okay, it's just us. Thank you so much for your great explanation, ma'am. You're welcome, dear. So, how about others? Shall we do I Know Where the Caged Bird Sing by Maya Angelou? Thank you, ma'am. You're welcome. Okay, so for the next class, we can do I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you all can leave, darling. Thank you so much for joining. Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening. Good night. Take care. Allah